Welcome back guys to another GTA video, and in today's one it is once again a Thursday, so that does mean a new set of weekly challenges, and this week's it is to win 3 open wheel races. Lovely. Okay.
The worst as usual, egregious.
Even the NPCs agree with me. Okay, let's see if we can actually do this by ourselves. So what we're going to do is jump into jobs, races, and if you hit L3 you can cycle all the way through to the open wheel races, and you can see they are also triple money and triple RP this week. I jumped into this one here called Dam by myself just to see, in the off chance that it actually counted doing the race by yourself, and also just to get a little bit of practice in before obviously having to jump into public races and try and win 3 races in public races. So away we go. Oh, I forgot to change it to 5 laps. One key thing is, with any 10 lap race or any race more than 10 laps, you will need to make a pit stop. And again, hadn't done this for such a long time, so getting a bit of practice was quite a little bit rusty there, but in and out on lap 6, and we made it all the way to the end. Took a little bit of time, but we got there eventually. Obviously finished first, took us 12 minutes, and we got 36,500 GTA dollars and just under 5,500 RP for that race. More importantly, of course it didn't. So we did in fact have to jump into a public lobby, and this took about 5-10 minutes to get a couple of people just to join up. Now bear in mind I haven't raced an open wheel race in God knows how long, but
welcome around the world as we have 5 lights on and it's lights out and away we go.
With Crofty getting us off to a good start, we dive straight into the lead, and I basically stayed there for the rest of the race. Now this one was only 5 laps. I did actually manage to host this one myself and get a couple of people in. Obviously slightly lower levels than myself. I don't think I've had much experience doing any open wheel races, but we managed to make a good breakaway lead, and it continued that way all the way until the end. Coming up just the final few corners here and crossing the line, taking my first win out of the 3. Now with it being on a 5 lap race, it did just take slightly under 5 minutes. We did get just under 30,000 GTA dollars and just under 9,500 RP for having 3 of us in the race. Moving on, we kept the same 2 people that were in the race previously. I'm starting here in 3rd place, and once again it is only a 5 lap race, so no need to worry about pit stops on this one. And I have also got the non-contact switched on. This has got to be a must for these type of races. As you'll see, this race was a little bit closer at the start, maybe for the first lap or so, but as you'll see from the random player in 1st place at the moment, he was a little bit rusty on some of the corners. The best thing to do on the corners is not to brake unless it's a really tight corner and you're approaching it so fast that you do need to brake. All you do need to do generally is lift off the accelerator, and that will give you enough deceleration to take the corner. But you can see, neck and neck with the other random player, I'm starting to edge ahead, and it is coming up to one of these hairpins that you'll see it just actually blasts straight into the barriers and actually detaches his nose cone, so he will inevitably have to make a pit stop on the next lap. I think it is coming up just at the end of the main straight. He's got use of the Ker's boost, there he goes. Underestimated the power of it I think, and straight into the side barrier there. A little bit of lag, straight into the barrier there, and bye bye nose cone. From that point on, it was a fairly easy race, just completing the remaining 3 laps. And here we are coming down the main straight for the final time and taking the checkered flag, and that is my second win out of the 3 required for this week's weekly challenge. Once again, just over 5 minutes, just under 30,000 GTA dollars, and we get just under 7,500 RP. So ideally not the greatest way to make money or RP this week, but it's not too bad. Jumping into a brand new race, never done this one before, and these are 2 new players alongside me. The previous 2 decided just to jump ship and not bother trying to race me again, but into this 3rd race, 2 new players, and away we go. Once again, straight on into the lead, and they were reasonably close maybe for the first lap and a half, but after that they fell away. Now, one other thing I would add is that if you do not have your own open wheel car, either the PR4, the BR8, or I can't remember the other ones, do set it to custom vehicles off. That way you're guaranteed not to have anyone else in a custom car, but you're all going to be basically on a level playing field. And the car I'm racing here is the BR8, it's not a custom car. Custom cars were switched off for this final race, but here we are, coming up. It was a 10 lap race, so as you saw I did have to make a pit stop, and I did take another comfortable win, and that made 3 out of 3 wins. That one did take just over 12 minutes, got just under 50k for that one, and I also got just under 7,500 for completing that race there. But of course, with that completed, that did mean that we had completed the weekly challenge, but we also unlocked the Rockstar's Racing Suit. So let's head back to one of our apartments and jump into the wardrobe and see how it looks. Back inside the apartment, all we can do is go to the wardrobe, and it is under outfits and racing suits, and there we have it all the way down the bottom, the Rockstar Racing Suit. It actually looks pretty good actually. That's perhaps going to be one of the best racing suits that I've actually seen. So if you want to get your hands on your very own racing suit, jump into the open wheel races, and all you need to do is win 3 of them. You'll also get that bonus 100,000 for the weekly challenge. But that is going to be it from me for today, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, please do leave a like, and if you are new here, why not consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.